check it out down below. Having them press circle, circle X, circle, circle X, circle, circle X to slide cancel over and over and over and over. That is not a skill gap. That is not a skill, being able to just rapidly press buttons to outskill your opponents.
こんにちは、シンリーです。
今日はですね、キャラコンの王、ムーブメントキングのJoeWoさんがですね、MW2 のキャラコンについて語っていたので、その動画をちょっと紹介しようと思います。早速行ってみましょう。Let's go!
What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, JoeWo. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day so far. In today's video, I'm going to answer probably my most asked question of all time. How's the movement in Modern Warfare 2? I've been hearing out a lot of people, had conversations with probably the sweatiest players and also the most casual players that play the game. I've been trying to really respect everybody's opinion. Now, I know that everybody has very strong opinions on this, of movement and gun skill and kind of positioning and how the game should be played out in general, because people have been playing Call of Duty their whole life. Now, before I get into explanations and my thoughts and all that jazz, if you guys are new to the JoeWo channel, first and foremost, welcome. I am so glad you guys are here. It would be much appreciated if you guys would like to, down below, hit that subscribe button, because we are getting closer and closer to 500,000 subscribers, and I really do love and appreciate new people coming to the channel. It means a lot to me, and we're going to be cranking out the content for Warzone 2. But let's get started on the movement and why I think movement is so important. To start off with, we're going to take a trip down memory lane a little bit into Black Ops 4 Blackout. Now, in case you guys don't know, Black Ops 4 Blackout was my first Call of Duty and really the game that kind of had me spark this love for gaming and streaming. Now, for the people that haven't played Black Ops 4 Blackout, that game did not have automatic tactical sprint or slide canceling, which is something that I feel like a lot of people have really been a voice for, of saying no slide canceling, and they're saying that I hate the movement because there is no slide canceling. And I honestly agree with them, saying that slide canceling is actually pointless. The reason why, in my opinion, is for the very casual player, or the person that doesn't get to play Call of Duty a lot and just likes to play the game for fun. Having them, by the way, JoeWo scuff, check it out down below. Having them press circle, circle X, circle, circle X, circle, circle X to slide cancel over and over and over and over. That is not a skill gap. That is not a skill, being able to just rapidly press buttons to outskill your opponents. The thing that I do think is a skill gap is things like sliding, b-hopping, and being able to kind of maneuver around your objects and opponents. Slide canceling is not a skill gap, and I do not think that that should be in Call of Duty. With Black Ops 4 Blackout, though, they actually did have sliding and b-hopping. Now, I know that it was kind of more of a boost slide, which we obviously don't really have like a boost slide in this game. It was more of like the not traditional boots on the ground, I guess you could say. But I really think that the movement in Blackout paced very well. If you were a casual player that played Black Ops 4 or Blackout, you could still play the traditional way, no slide canceling, things like that, or sorry, no sliding or things like that, and still be perfectly fine. For the more aggressive kind of sweaty players, you could still use movement to your advantage with sliding and kind of b-hopping, and you could use that. And I think that was the perfect kind of balance between having the casual player that really just was playing the game for fun, which is awesome, and then more of the sweaty player that liked to use that movement to also finesse. And there was no big gap in what players wanted, because movement didn't make really the biggest of difference that I feel like it did in Warzone 1. The main part that I loved about the Black Ops 4 movement was that the movement had a purpose. Now, when I say purpose, I mean the mechanics that they provided for us in the game. You could use those to your advantage. The things like b-hopping, the things like sliding backwards. You could hit like a b-hop slide backwards and really kind of scan where you're gonna fight, or while you're rotating, or while someone is shooting at you. You can use a really cool movement where you're basically doing like a slide b-hop, which took time to practice and learn. You didn't have to do that to be good, kind of with the movement in Modern Warfare 2019, where you had to slide cancel and then slide and break cameras and all that kind of stuff, but you could really practice your movement and get it down pat and be a really good movement player. And I think that it was the perfect balance, and it had a good purpose for the mechanics that they had in the game. Now, my opinion on the current Modern Warfare 2 movement, and which will eventually be Warzone 2. To start off with, because I know a lot of people are ready to go type in the comments and attack people, please don't do that. I've been trying to respect everybody's opinion and give mine. I respect your guys' opinion. If you hate it, if you love it, that's awesome. But the thing that I do know is for this game, that they did build this game for the very casual player, which is incredible. I'm actually all for that. I want where the casual player can come home and really have a good game to play that they like. I think that kind of that's where the imbalance came, was with Warzone 1. Obviously, we had Vanguard, we had Cold War, we had a ton of new guns, balance, broken guns, just it was a lot of stuff for someone. If they couldn't grind the game like a lot of people could, they didn't have fun because they didn't know what was the new meta and all of that stuff, right? And I feel like with this game, I know a lot of kind of casual Call of Duty players are like, I love it, which is awesome. That means that Warzone 2 will be booming and things like that. I love that. The thing that I have a problem with for the Modern Warfare 2 movement is the basic mechanics that they have provided for us. They have either nerfed B-hopping, or they provide no value or no purpose. Now, what I mean when I say no value or no purpose with my examples back in Black Ops 4 is the movement that they have provided, the mechanics of the game, dolphin diving, sliding, B-hopping, which they actually nerfed. They do not provide a purpose for the offensive or aggressive players. You cannot use that movement to your advantage at all. And what I say basically and mean is when they have sliding in the game, because I've seen a lot of people say, well, you guys still have sliding, why complain? The sprint to fire time, so as you go to slide around a corner or slide in general to then bring your gun up, is incredibly slow. I mean, it's literally, like I say, it's better to stand there and not move and pre-aim than trying to slide or dolphin dive or use the movement that they have provided in game. And what I really want the game to do, and that's just my opinion, is make the movement more fluid. If they have sliding, I'm not saying have a crazy G slide, break a camera, but where you can actually be sliding around corners, escape fights, and use those movement mechanics to your advantage if you learn them. Now, I'm not saying add back in slide canceling, circle X, tax, all that kind of stuff. No. I'm saying use the mechanics they provided to our advantage. When you do a dolphin dive, if you try to dolphin dive to either go to cover, to then play drop shot someone, like things like that, again, sprint to fire to bring your gun up while you're about to fight is incredibly long. And I think that the movement mechanics that they provided serve no purpose at all. The thing that I've seen a lot of kind of content creators and streamers say that I know that a lot of casual players don't like is that they want to bring back the Modern Warfare 2019 movement. And I'm so against that. I'm so against auto tack sprint. I am so against the circle X, slide catching, all that stuff. This is going to be a brand new game, which they told us, brand new movements, brand new guns, brand new maps, brand new everything. This is a new game. Learn the new things. Taking this a little bit into kind of the Warzone 2 perspective is I kind of want to speak about kind of a skill gap in Warzone 2. I think that when it comes to Warzone 2 and a skill gap, right now, I don't see a very large skill gap in the game. Then I think if they made the movement more fluid with the sliding and the dolphin diving and things like that, I think it could add a little bit of a skill gap without taking it to the levels that Modern Warfare 1 and Warzone 1 were at, with the kind of advanced movement, YYing, slide canceling, all that kind of stuff, but really still have that nice gap to kind of bridge the casual player and the sweaty player. Now, speaking on the rank thing real quick, I think that Warzone 2 should not have a ranked play because it's very, very hard to run a successful ranked play with a game with not a big skill gap. The games that have very, very successful ranked plays, Valorant, very team-based, very individual skill-based, and very character-based, because every single character has their own kind of things they can do with like certain sliding, throwing up walls, flashes. It's very, it's a very skill gap game. Apex Legends, very team-based. Characters have their very specific things. Guns have a lot of recoil, things like that. The time to kill is very long. Those games have very, very successful ranks because of that very, very kind of large skill gap. With Warzone 2, there isn't going to be a very big skill gap, I believe, where you can die to really anybody. There was kind of like that in Warzone 1 and Verdansk and things like that with all of the broken metas we've had. But I feel like if they try to do a ranked play for Warzone 2, it wouldn't be very good for the game because there's not a very big skill gap in the game. Overall, guys, that is going to be my thoughts on the movement in Modern Warfare 2. Again, probably my most asked question. But let me know, guys, down below, seriously, what is your guys' thoughts, opinions on the things that I said? What's your guys' thoughts on the game in general, the movement? I really do love to kind of read and respond to those comments in general. But, guys, please be kind to each other. I know there's a lot of passionate people that are very one-sided on things. And just be kind to each other. With all that being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming out to another video. See you guys in the next one. Peace!
はい、いかがでしたでしょうか。ワーゾン2ワクワクドキドキですね。ということで、僕もね、これからもっと海外の配信者の情報とか、こんなことやってるよとか、こんなロールアウトあるよとか、紹介していくんで、引き続き高評価とチャンネル登録の方をお願いします。ということで、また会いましょう。バイバイ。